The fusion plan for Nari the Lucky, a new legendary defense-based force dwarf champion, has been released into the game Raid Shadow Legends, and I wanted to go over this event calendar and show you what my plan is going forward into this fragment fusion. Also, at the end of this video, maybe this will inform your decision whether you want to go for this fusion or not. As a general rule on this account, which is my main account, I go for every fusion. Remember, we've gone for fusion that are even less useful than this guy, so we'll be checking out his skills maybe in the video to find out if that will help you make your decision. So the first thing you should know that this is a fragment summon, so it's one of those ones where you have to collect fragments 5, 10, 15 from each event to finally fuse the champion. If you can't complete all the events and you're not able to reach all the 100% fragments required to get this champion, you will end up having less fragments than needed and not be able to fuse the champion or summon the champion at the end. That's not the end. Sometimes in the future, player might release a fragment event that allows you to get fragment from old ones that you did not complete. So you should look out for that. It's not common, but hey, even if you're new to the game and you can get to 70%, 50%, 70, 80%, no problem. Just do what you can, even if you know you can't get 100% of all the fragments. It's totally fine to be at 90% and then wait for one day when it will finally be available for you to get it. So that's Nari the Lucky. Before we go into his skills and all that, I want to let you know that the summon rush has already started. I know I'm kind of late to this video, so if you've not summoned your shards yet for the summon rush, I encourage you to wait. Why? Because the summon rush is not the first thing you should rush into and try to complete. From the calendar right here, you can see that you need 55 shards or fragments, from tournaments, and 60 fragments from events. That's a total of 115 fragments that are available to pick up from all these events and tournaments that are available here. From 115, it means you can skip out on 15 and get your 100. So which of these events should you skip out from the 15? The best one to skip out is this summon rush that is currently going on right now. You can't skip the entire summon rush, unfortunately, because it has 20 points available right there. You can skip 15, but you cannot skip the first 5. So I'll encourage you guys that are currently going for this summon rush to only pick up, I hope it's an event, yes, it's an event, to pick up only the first 5, maybe except you're going for the 10x event that is currently going on. The reason why we like to skip the summon rush is because it's a 10x event and we don't like to pull our shards for the 10x event. And the 10x events after it, this weekend that is coming up, that is during the champion chase, we will have a 2x on secrets. So we like to save our secrets for 2x events instead of pulling it during a 10x event. So this is what I'm talking about. 15 shards over there for 3,500 points, which will make you pull about 7 secret shards, about 80 or 90 ancient shards, or 14 to 15 void shards. But I prefer to go for this one. No, you even need more than that for this one, but from this calculation, I think even 1,750 points is a lot for this amount. But if you have mystery shards saved up, maybe you can be able to reach it with this amount of shards I just called out. 80 here we require to pull only 3 sacred shards, which is achievable by most people to get this first 5. So you can get this first 5 but skip out on this one. You will be fine to get the 100 shards. But when you skip out on this 15, remember, it means you have to complete all the other events, including all the tournaments, Ice Golem, and all those other ones that will be coming up. Champion chase, champion training, and all that. So if you want to skip out on summon rush, the 15, remember, you have to complete all the other ones. That is the plan I'm going to follow in this fusion, and I like to put it out there for you guys to see if you can also adjust and follow up with this one, because I don't like to pull my shards for a summon rush. So for my shards right now, I do have some mystery shards which I'll be pulling about 500 of them. Not today, on the last day on the summon rush, that's when I pull. So today is not the day to rush because I'm not interested in these 10x champions. I know Leros is right there, Tronda is right there. Good champions are available right now. If you're an endgame player, this is the time you need to pull any of these legendary nukers that are available for you. I do have Bigon, but these other 3, I don't have them. Even these epic ones, I do not have them except Husk and this lady right there. So it's a good 10x, don't get me wrong. I just feel like I'm not ready to start pulling for 10x events right now. So I'll be pulling my mystery shards and void shards instead, or maybe one sacred shard, just to complete the 1750 points I need for that event. That's how I plan to get it, but not today. On the last day of the summon rush, that's when I'll do it. Why am I waiting for the last day? Because there are there are events that are currently going on right now, which is let me just check the calendar instead of guessing. Classic Arena, yes. I'm waiting for the last day of Summon Rush to pull, because if I win Classic Arena, I will not need to pull anything from Summon Rush. So if I see that I'm winning Classic Arena by a long mile, I will not touch any of my shards to pull anything for Summon Rush. I will ignore even the first 5 shards. So if you know that in your bracket it's easy to win, maybe the Spider, the Ice Golem, Classic Arena is coming up a second one also. So there are 2 that is possible for me to win, because most people don't spend gems on refreshes on the Classic Arena tournaments when it goes on. So I spend gems sometimes because I see it as the perfect opportunity to farm for my Great Hall when I see Classic Arena going on. So I push really hard for it. So this will enable me to get extra 5 fragments here, maybe 5 fragments here, which will give me an opportunity to totally skip out on the Summon Rush. Alright, I think I've exposed my plan. You guys can decide to follow it or go your way, pull all your shards for Summon Rush and have nothing for champion chase. But I'm good for champion chase because I'm not even want to check the Classic Arena anymore. I'm good for champion chase because I do have some fragments saved up right here, as you can see. So if you do not have your fragments saved up, you might decide to save them for champion chase instead of the Summon Rush. So that's how I can easily complete this, the champion chase with all these fragments saved up from previous fusions. That's why it's always recommended to save your fusions so you don't have to worry about it. But hey, a 10x, a 2x is for the sacred events that is coming up during the champion chase. So we will be pulling all my 14 sacred shards that I've saved up so far for that. All right, is there any other news that is currently happening in the game? RSL Helper is still not on. Yes, everybody that is currently doing that special champion training tournament, I'm sorry. It seems like Raid targeted this time to do a change that will affect RSL Helper so badly that it will take the developers a lot of time to get back the software that is helping us a lot in these events back online. So currently now artifact enhancement event is going on. I'm not interested because RSL Helper is not active to help me make the upgrade of artifacts really fast. So it's also going to help me save my small silver that I have right now for when there's an actual artifact enhancement that is coinciding with this fragment event calendar. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of my plan to skip out on this Summon Rush, get only the first 5 fragments if I can, or skip out on the Summon Rush entirely if I can win the first Classic Arena tournament. Let me know what you think of that plan, if you think it's a good one or if I'm miscalculating anything below like I normally do. All right, before we do end though, I'd like to take a look at this champion to find out if it's even worth it. Remember, I did say in the beginning of the video, even if it's worth it, even if it's not worth it, we'll still go for it and put it in our vault like we normally do. But for the benefit of those players who are thinking of going for it and they don't know his skills and abilities yet, to find out what he actually does. Where is he? Did I scroll past it? 0. No, that's not him. Nari the Lucky. Alright, I wanted to take a look at some of his skills and find out what he does. On this A1, he has a 50% chance of stealing 1 random buff. That's always good. It's better to have an A1 it's better to have this type of A1 than have one that does really nothing. On his A2, he attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing decreased defense, decreased accuracy and decreased resistance. Now this is a new debuff in the game and it's not quite popular. So he is one of the first legendaries I'm seeing it on. I think there's an epic that already has this debuff on the game. So this is a champion that will come in handy sometime in the future for decreased resistance. So it's better to go for him now than to come up later and you find yourself without a champion that can do decreased resistance, because things always change in the game. There might be a boss or something in the future that will have a high resistance, that 50% decrease in resistance will be the only way to counter it. Yes, so that your accuracy will never be enough to debuff them except you decrease their resistance. So I think that's where it's going to be extremely useful to have a champion like this. So on the A3, he attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing provoke. AoE provoke is always good. I can't fault it. It's always welcome. But it's for 1 turn though. But while placing the provoke, he does also place a counter attack on himself. And when he counter attacks, it gives him an opportunity to do his A1 again, stealing a random buff from them. That's nice. That's nice. So when they attack him, he will counter attack everybody who attacks him when he has that provoke. So stealing random buffs. And a passive though, at the start of this champion's turn, transfers 1 random buff from himself, a random buff from a random enemy to a random ally. So this is not even a skill, that it's a passive. It happens just like that. I don't know if it's on any turn cooldown though, it doesn't say. So it happens all the time. This champion's accuracy is increased by 5 each time, each buff on each ally. So he also boosts his accuracy. So every turn he steals 1 buff and gives to us. Transfers 1 random buff from a random enemy to a random ally. So this is besides the A1. So this is just besides the A1. So the A1 can do the stealing, while this passive can also do the stealing. That means at the end of his turn, basically enemies might not have a buff, but it doesn't. This passive doesn't steal from all of them. It just steals from one of them, just like the A1 does. So I guess taking numerous turns will make sure the enemies don't have any buff. But he needs accuracy. He's not one of those ones that will just happen without accuracy. He needs accuracy to make that happen. Without accuracy, I don't think this passive will work. He will get resisted. Alright, that's his skill so far. It doesn't seem like a champion that deals damage, like you can see. This counter attack is just there to make sure he steals more buffs. So this one is also, this is his main ability. I think this is what he will be known for. Decreasing the resistance of some crazy bosses or some waves for you to be able to debuff them and do your damage. Alright, let me know in the comments below what you think of this dwarf. He doesn't really look like a dwarf initially, but when you scroll down you can see how short he is. Initially from this top you think he's a normal sized human. Anyways, I'll be going for this fusion. If there's any update during the week or any changes to my plan, I'll make sure I'll let you know. If you want this fusion calendar for yourself to download to your phone or your PC, head over to the news right there, Nari the Lucky, and click on the details to find it on the Playroom official forum, where you can download the image and keep it. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next Raid Shadow Legends video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Later guys.